Okay, so we're going to start on the first topic, which is just a really general question of why SEO, why is it a benefit, and why does it work for small businesses. I'm going to cover some of the pros and some of the cons of SEO and ask you to consider how it might fit into your own marketing plans. So there are some very big benefits of SEO and something that makes it different to other marketing strategies. Things that you might also have used already, things like Facebook ads, Google pay-per-click, social media. SEO is definitely a long-term strategy, and it delivers website traffic organically over time and delivers proven results because the people that search on Google often have a very high buyer intent. They're looking to find services and find solutions. Another benefit is if you provide your own content, you own it, and it builds your authority and credibility with clients. It's something that you invest in, you keep it for forever, and that's different to obviously paid advertising. SEO also has flexibility, so you can do all of it yourself, some of it yourself. You can hire people in, you can build it up, you can focus a lot of it in a short period of time or do it gradually over a long period of time. It's really up to you to decide what you want to do, and I think that is a benefit because you can flex things depending on your budget and the time that you've got. You can increase the activity. I think that really works, and as I said, you're in complete control. You're investing in an asset that should provide benefits and leads and business for many years to come. There are some disadvantages of SEO, and I think it's only right that I highlight that. SEO does require some skills, time and effort, and there's no silver bullet. There's not one thing I'm going to tell you in the course that will instantly make all the difference. It's a series of incremental improvements that builds up and then provides a really strong position for you to be in. It does take some time to see tangible results. I would say in a few months, 1 to 3 months, you'll certainly see improvements and things happening. But I would say 6 to 9 months is a time to see real, tangible, consistent ranking benefits, and there are no guarantees, and it's a bit like how long's a piece of string. So that is one of the disadvantages of SEO. You're also vulnerable to Google changes. The algorithm can change every 6 months as a core update, and that can shift things up dramatically for you or down. So that's another thing to consider. And SEO is constantly changing. So in order for you to maintain the highest rankings, you need to keep your site fresh, your content fresh and relevant. Now, you should really be doing that as part of your marketing anyway, because good SEO is good for your clients, and there's a very close association with it. But that's another thing. It's not just something that you'll do 1 month or for a few months and then forget about it. It's part of a marketing strategy. So there's two ways you can look at SEO. One is as a complementary strategy. So it's very complementary with paid advertising. So if you are running Facebook ads, you can do those whilst you're building up your SEO. You can use Facebook ads to drive traffic to your website, and you can also do that with SEO as well. There's benefits in terms of retargeting as well. Anybody that appears on your website through organic SEO can be retargeted through Facebook ads, etc., etc. So it's definitely something that is not exclusive one or the other. You can use them along on other types of strategies, or you could decide I'm just going to use SEO only, and that's completely valid as well. You can put all your efforts in. It's going to suit somebody who can afford to wait a little bit of time for the SEO to catch up, to implement. So you're going to be waiting a number of months to see that benefit come through, and that might suit somebody who's going to be doing most of it themselves, doesn't want to lay out a lot of money up front, etc., etc. Or maybe you're working in a job already and this is a sideline, you want to build things up there. So SEO can be either complementary or as a standalone, and I think it's really, you need to decide what is the right marketing strategy for you and how SEO fits into your business over the long term. So a couple of action steps I'm going to ask you to do now. Just take a moment to think about what is SEO and why it fits into your marketing strategy. Is it going to be the primary source of your traffic? Will you be using it in parallel with other activities? How does it fit in with what you're doing? And also consider your investment as well. So how much time are you going to put towards SEO, or money, and or both, and what sort of period you want it to deliver back on? What's the value of your leads? How much investment you're prepared to put into it? So these are just things to consider just as you're going into this, and I'll move on to the next lesson.